Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we welcome you to Area High School for tonight's soccer contest. Tonight, we welcome our visitors, the Patriots of Sioux Falls Lincoln High School, as they take on you, Titans. The schools participating in this event are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. They have adopted the rules under which this game is conducted. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this event's success. Remember to cheer in a positive manner and be respectful of the officials' decisions. And those officials are Caitlin Campbell, Victor Larson, and Jeff Lee. They are registered by the State of South Dakota School Activities Association, and they have worked hard to learn the rules and administer them at this event. And we request that you respect their honest efforts in officiating this contest. Now let's meet the starting lines first for our visitors, the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. A junior goalkeeper, number 1, Leighton Crawford. A freshman defender, number 3, Kenley Hodgkin. Freshman midfielder, number 4, Maya Erickson. Junior defender, number 5, Taryn Whiting. Sophomore defender, number 8, Laney Rogers. Junior forward, number 9, Casey Adler. Sophomore midfielder, number 10, Regan Van Meeteren. Senior forward, number 11, Ava Hurt. Freshman midfielder, number 13, Clara Spade. Junior defender, number 14, Gemma Oppenheimer. And a senior midfielder, number 17, Addison Moe. Assistant coaches for the Patriots are Jessica Koskovich and James Oppenheimer. Head coach is Abby Burke. Now let's meet the starters for your Titans. A freshman goalkeeper, number 0, Brooklyn Youngstrom. A senior forward, number 2, she's back, Mackenzie Thompson. A senior forward midfielder, number 3, Heidi Hope. A senior defender, midfielder, number 4, Emma Watson. Senior forward, number 6, Piper McKinney. Senior midfielder, number 10, Ellie Greiber. Senior forward, number 11, Felicia Saavedra. Senior forward, number 16, Everon Thompson. Senior defender, number 20, Olivia Jackson. Senior midfielder, number 25, Sage Hoffman. And senior forward, number 29, Zoe Kryler. Assistant coaches for the Titans are Brooke Piper and Caitlin Cooter. Head coach is Jasmine Sumich.
All right, welcome back. Girls time, girls soccer time. You saw the Sioux Falls Lincoln T-Area Titan boys played a great 2-1 game. Lincoln took that one. Now it is the time for the nightcap, the last game of the season for these T-Area Titans, as they are in 18th, not going to qualify for the playoffs. Along with Andrew Griffin, my partner, Chris Murray, and he's no stranger to Lady Titan soccer. And Chris, one more time for the girls here tonight. We don't know if the boys or not.
Yeah, this is kind of special for me. This is pretty cool. Getting all the seniors to be able to start, throw out the freshmen and 10 seniors. to start the game. That's pretty fantastic.
And you see number 2 walking towards the ball.
Yeah, that got me. That even got me kind of tearing up a little bit. That's pretty cool. Being injured and not being able to play, and I think though that her best soccer is ahead of her once she gets healed up and heads over to Dakota Wesleyan next fall.
Yeah. So her soccer days are not done. I know that makes it a little easier as you see her maybe wiping her eyes, but
yeah,
she'll touch the ball and then exit the game. And good job on both Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots and this referee staff for letting this happen. We saw this with Brooklyn Williamson in volleyball one time, and it was pretty neat. So
yeah, this is awesome. Look at this. This
McKenzie,
is what it's all about right here.
Yeah, she will exit the game as Lady Titan for her last time. She told me a couple weeks ago she had her junior year and senior year interrupted, not able to play. As she wipes her tears coming off. Standing ovation.
Yeah, that's
from the Titan
very
fans.
Cool.
And so now here we are back to soccer. It was junior Sydney Stoliker filled in for her. Titans missing a whole number of players. A late scratch Tuesday was Kate Giles, their star defender. She will not play tonight. She was both sick and injured, so big loss for the Titans. Mackenzie Thompson is out. Seems like we do this every game. Yeah. We go over who's not here.
Yeah.
I don't think Mann is playing tonight. Elena Mann. A number of players. Just a physical sport, girls soccer here.
Yeah, you don't realize how tough it is and how much of a grind it is. These girls have been going at it since early June, and it can be tough on your body playing every day like that.
Yeah. Starters for the Titans at goalkeeper Brooklyn Youngstrom. And then you have all seniors, well, until Thompson came out and Stoliker came in. But Thompson, Hofer, Watson, McKinney, Clayberg, Saavedra, Thompson, that is Avalon Thompson, Olivia Johnson, Hoffman, and Creedler. And for O'Gorman, their keeper is Leighton Crawford, a junior goalkeeper. Hotchkin, Erickson, Whiting, Rogers, Adler, Van Meteren, Hurt, Spade, Oppenheimer, and Moe.
You were on Tuesday night's game. This is Lincoln now, not O'Gorman.
Oh, did I say O'Gorman?
Got to give the credit where credit's due. It's actually Lincoln, and they've had a good season. They've really surprised a lot of teams this year, and they've played really, really well. I think one of the big additions to them is getting assistant coach James Oppenheimer involved a lot more. He was just kind of maybe more of a consultant in the past. And I think he wanted to take a little bit more of a coaching role in trying to prepare these girls, and they've played very, very well. I think last Friday they played Harrisburg to a 0-0 tie, which is pretty crazy in and of itself.
Yeah, he's former Sioux Falls Christian head coach for
and he was also and still is a club coach, I believe, at Dakota Alliance, and he coached Afton for a couple years, and he was the coach for Afton's club team when they made their first trip to nationals. So,
and he's from where?
I think he's from England somewhere. I'm not really 100% sure. He's got a little bit of an accent.
He does.
But you'd be hard pressed to find a better guy and a better coach. And I guess for me personally, I would just like to thank him for everything he did for my daughter and that club team, and just for South Dakota soccer in general. And now it sounds like he's wants to take his talents into politics.
Yeah, he wants to run for Sioux Falls City Council.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he would want to do that, but I guess that's a personal preference. But I think that, and rightfully so, he probably feels like he can make some positive changes and stuff in city government and stuff. And I just say thank you to the people that decided to do that, because that's a thankless job, like being a keeper.
Is this your endorsement for James Oppenheimer for Sioux Falls City Council?
Yeah, I would vote for him in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Good to know. Lincoln, they come into this one. They averaged 2.1 goals. They give up 1.1. So they started the year with 3 straight shutout wins. Washington, Sturgis, and Spearfish. Then a loss at Brandon, 2-1. And a loss at home versus Roosevelt, 3-1. Then a tie.
Good play by Kreidler there to get the ball out.
And then ever since then, it's been 3 wins and a tie. 4-2 win at Watertown, 2-1 win against Aberdeen Central, a 0-0 tie to Harrisburg, which was a really nice match for them, and then a 1-1 tie, Brookings. So the last two wins, 2 ties.
Yeah, they've got a lot of talent on this team and a lot of young talent. There's quite a few freshmen out there that my youngest daughter played with in club, and including the keeper. And
Okay.
there's I think 2 or 3 of them out there that she played with in club when she was younger. So
Nice.
very familiar with these girls. And number 5, Taryn Whiting is one of my favorite kids and one of my favorite players. She's fantastic. I'm good friends with her dad. Her dad was the club coach for my youngest when she started playing, and he did a great job with these girls.
Is he related to Ed and Jason?
I have no idea. I didn't get into the family tree, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Ed is big into softball at Jefferson, and Jason was Jason's sons play football for Lincoln, both O'Gorman grads, I believe. So
Well, I think, and he went to O'Gorman too, so he
might be it.
Yeah, he was kind of a big deal at O'Gorman, I guess, back in the day.
And like you at Lennox,
Yeah, something like that.
5-1-1 at home, 1-1-2 on the road. So yeah, this is just their 5th road game.
Wow, again with the good scheduling.
Yeah.
Well done, Mr. AD. Or
Yeah,
Mrs.
they
or
went to
Mrs.
Brandon,
AD,
they went to Watertown, and they went to Harrisburg. So they are not very battle tested.
Well, they don't have very many miles on their bus either.
The Titans. Oh, so Lincoln is 6th. They sit 6th in power points right now. Honestly, this win isn't going to help them much. You know, you don't get many points when you beat a team that's 18th in power points, such as the Titans. They opened up at Mitchell, a 4-0 loss, and then a 3-2 win against Brookings, a 4-1 loss to Watertown. And then shutout, Yankton beat them 2-0. Harrisburg beat them 4-0. Titans' last win was a 10-0 win against Huron. And then it was, ever since then, Titans haven't scored a goal. 1-0 Sioux Falls, Washington, 5-0 Roosevelt, 2-0 Aberdeen Central, 2-0 Pierre, 0-0 Jefferson, 5-0 Tuesday night O'Gorman. So here's a little interesting stat for you that I bet has never happened. The Titans were not road warriors this year. In fact, they didn't score a road goal this season.
Wow.
So in the games they played on the road, they never scored a goal, and it makes it a little tough to win when you don't score a goal. In fact, Titans have scored 14 in the year. 10 were against Huron. So you take away that 10-goal game, and Titans are only averaging 1.1 goals per game, and they're giving up 2.4. So 6 straight shutout losses for these Titans. Home, they're 2-4, and on the road, of course, we told you that story, 0-5-2. So storied Titan program that's won 3 state championships and is, I think, 5 state runner-ups, all at Class A, and a team that made it to the Final Four last year. It hasn't been that year for the Titans, as this will be their final game of the season. These 10 seniors will wrap up their season here at home, out of the playoffs, out of the top 16.
Yeah, that's a very, very tough year, and I guess I don't really have anything to add. That's a tough one. And there's a great corner
kick. We saw this against the other night. You know, the other night, Titans take on O'Gorman, really nice-looking team. And about the first 35 minutes of that, it was completely even. We talked to former head coach Mark Anderson that said, boy, they looked good in that first 35 minutes. And then a goal that kind of 2 Titans got mixed up and it rolled through. And then the O'Gorman scored on a direct corner kick. What do you call that?
On a direct, yeah, that's just a free kick.
They scored and then they scored on a corner kick that was the
pass.
Olympico.
Yep, Olympico, where it comes right from the corner and goes in the goal.
Yep, it was from a left-footed kicker. We had a wind that night blowing into the goal.
Yeah,
so they had that
with the wind, and
they scored on another corner shortly after that, and then on a free kick from about the 30, same girl, all 3 didn't score them, but at least scored 1 and got 2 assists.
Well, I like to see what they're doing so far. They're playing hard, and they've still got most of the seniors in there. I think they've only subbed out just the 1, and so they've got a lot of experience on the field right now. And like I said, I just hope these girls are just enjoying every minute of this and just give it everything they have one last time.
Hoffman will go on to play. You see her, the Titans' goals and assist leader. She will go on to play junior college. So will Mackenzie Thompson. We saw her come out. Kate Giles, the player for the Titans that's not in uniform tonight. I don't know if she will. Ellie Clayberg, you see midfield right now. She will probably go on to play college basketball, an outstanding three-point shooter. You were telling me Lincoln has a commit. It might not be known, so we won't say what college, but what player.
Yeah, Gemma Oppenheimer. I got a text from her dad, the assistant coach for Lincoln, and she committed on Friday, which is fantastic. And it's been kind of a special ride for her. And I think there was a time when he was coaching a lot, and she was even questioning really whether she wanted to kind of continue playing. And when he kind of gave up the coaching, when after we went to nationals, I think it kind of rejuvenated her, and he's been working with her, and she's just really become a heck of a player. She's number 14 playing center back for the Patriots, and I've seen her go to ID camps and been to ID camps and watched her play, and she's just really blossomed into a really good player, and she's going to be going to a very strong Division II program that I don't know if it's public information, so I won't steal any thunder. But she's I think it's fantastic, and I congratulate her for that.
Congrats, Gemma Oppenheimer, number 14.
And I think there's probably some other Patriots and stuff too that are going to be looking to play elsewhere. There's Reagan Van Meteren, whose sister plays at USD, and Ava Hurt, whose sister plays Ellie Hurt, that plays at at Augustana. So there's a lot of Augustana lineage here with just great players, and so I think it's going to be fun to watch these girls continue to grow and play at the next level, and even some of them I think might even have some time left.
Yeah, and I should have asked. I go down and talk to the coach. I get just a brief time with her. I don't want to take up much of her time. She's doing her pregame stuff, but I didn't ask her that, and I'll have to start, because when we do volleyball and football and basketball, we do ask those coaches, well, do you have anybody going anywhere? And the most impressive has been Harrisburg volleyball, where they got a girl going to Harvard on there. Bergen Stiff is going to go to Harvard and play volleyball.
That's very cool. But I think that, you're such a big deal. I think that people would, I think the college coaches would watch this broadcast.
Oh, they should.
Just to get your take on college recruitment and who wants to play at the next level and all that fun stuff.
Your take. Well, Juve Bonza's looking for a college for the Titans, a nice looking player. And Juve was a guy that'll flourish in college when they can't just focus on him and double team him like they do here.
Right. And that's the thing. That college game is so fast and so physical. It's really fun to watch.
Tell us about your daughter. I heard you never told me, but you told someone after the last game, and I think it's pretty cool that you should tell us a little story about your daughter playing at Mankato State.
Yeah, she went to Mankato State, and last year she had to sit out with a partially torn plantar fascia, so that was probably the most torturous 4 months of her soccer career, being in a boot, and then trying to come back from that. I have never had that, and the trainers had never really even seen that in a soccer player or a young girl. So they did a great job of getting her ready, and the coaches have been really patient and stuff with her. And, we got Avalon Thompson's loose.
Yeah, nice ball by McKinney there.
But, so she sat out last year, and now she had her redshirt year last year, and now she's playing a little bit this year, and her team's had a pretty good season so far. They're ranked second in the country.
Nice.
And they have not given up a goal, knock on wood, in 7 games. So,
wow.
Yeah, so they're doing well, and they'll be in action again this weekend. So if I'm not here, I'm probably chasing her.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's having fun. She actually had her first official college goal on Friday against Northern State.
And what did the broadcasters say on the news?
They said was, remember the name. They said Afton Murray.
Awesome.
Remember the name.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. So, and she didn't even know. She's not one to seek out the camera. She's not one that wants any kind of attention whatsoever. She just wants to go out and play hard and have fun and do what she does. But when you can hit a rocket from 30 yards out, and you got the news crew sitting on the sideline, kind of like Hudson Hadrick did in the boys' game. You're going to wind up getting on the news.
Is there going to be a corner for the Titans?
Got a corner out of that. I like what the girls are doing so far. About 15 minutes in, still scoreless. They've started out well again, and we'll just kind of see if they can kind of keep this up throughout the full 90 minutes.
Yeah, totally playing with Lincoln now, and this is going to be Sage Hoffman on the corner kick, and if anybody can put it right up in there, it's going to be her.
That's a good ball. That could be an own goal almost. There it is. They got it.
Woo. Evelyn Thompson in her final game as a Titan gives the Titans the lead.
Wow.
On the corner kick by Sage Hoffman.
Yeah, I think the Lincoln player would like to have that one back. She kind of played that back into her goal, and it just kind of got into the scrum, and Avalon was in the right place. And
she about kicked it through the net.
I was just going to say they might have to sew up that hole she made in the back of the net. She made sure it got in there.
First goal by the Titans since the 4th of September.
Yeah, it's been a long, dry spell, and this is what I wanted to see. We've mentioned it in other broadcasts. This is what I wanted to see, is to see them, get a lead and see how they play and be able to really, to really build off of this and give them some positive energy, because it always seemed before like they were just kind of waiting for something bad to happen.
I wonder if the Mackenzie Thompson start, where they all were able to come and hug up on her and love on her, I wonder if that just we'll give Mackenzie an unofficial assist.
We'll give her the unofficial assist, but I think it's just also just the fact that they're all seniors. They've been playing together forever. I don't know what they talked about before the game, but this is as good as I've seen them look this season. And I don't know if it's because they have all the seniors kind of still in there playing. They have a lot of experience out there, but it's just great to see. And I think that if they can just keep this going, that would be a great way to end the season.
Nice shot off the crossbar of the goalpost.
Yeah, that was Ava Hurt. She's got a cannon for a leg.
Wow. So Titans avoid that one. Was that ruled a handball on Olivia Johnson? Is that why they got the free kick?
Yeah, it must have been. They must have ruled that her hand helped kind of control the ball.
And we're going to see coming to the game Allegra Waltner and also number 33, Abby Hilson, and Ada Klimish. On a hot night, we saw water breaks for the boys' games. Will we see it for the girls? I don't know. It's cooled down a little bit, and the shadows are starting to cool off the field.
I don't feel like I've cooled off at all. Maybe it's just because I'm standing next to you.
Are you saying I'm not cool?
No, I'm saying that you're hot, Chad.
Lainey Haynes, she was injured in second, third game of the year. She had just taken up soccer, and she's a wrestler, outstanding wrestler. She's going to miss this whole soccer season. They think she's going to be out until the end of the summer. And it's going to be a corner kick Patriots. And she's a kid I've gotten to know a little bit. I ran into her in the hall, and I just couldn't believe that she just had the biggest smile on her face. And I asked her just again about her injury. MCL, ACL, bones rotated as we see the corner kick beautifully placed. And cleared out of there by Olivia Johnson up to Piper McKinney. But I just wanted to highlight her, just a great attitude, and I don't know if she'll come back and play soccer. She's only a sophomore. And here come the Titans. That can't be picked up by the Patriots. But I wanted to get her up here. Maybe we still can. But what a great young lady. And also,
we've talked offline and off air about her and just really kind of what a person or a kid like that means to a team. And, without being a leader, there's a lot of different kinds of leadership, and when she was on the field, I thought she did very, very well, considering she'd never played the game before.
Very athletic.
Yeah, and you're asking her to play the hardest position on the field, and having never played. And then just her overall attitude and just her presence and the way she, is on the sideline supporting her teammates, knowing that she's hurt, knowing that she's not going to, play again this year. And, even with the struggles of the team, she just continued to be kind of a bright spot and, being vocal and being supportive of her teammates. And she's sitting on the bench there second from the end there with her crutches underneath her, and and I think, like I said, to me that's just it's players like that you, as a coach, you want on your team.
Absolutely. I hope she sticks it out. I hope she comes out next year if she can, and hope she heals up. We could see her wrestling. We'll talk to her, or I will, and Jeremy Eimers when we cover wrestling this year. We brought her up last year in volleyball, and I couldn't believe how well-spoken she was. And Coach John Neeson calls her. He says she should just be there are those subs get in there, spokesperson of the team. The other goalkeeper, Brooklyn Youngstrom, we were having fun today. I subbed, and I had her in class, and I said in the boys' game I was going to say something. I talked to a parent Wednesday after the game, and he said, if you would show me her at the beginning of the year and her now,
oh my word,
I wouldn't even believe it.
No.
How she's developed, her confidence.
And I think if, and you go back to that, one of the first games that she played, and just how far she's come in a short amount of time. Because, you think that the season is long, and it's really, really not.
Yeah.
But for her to have that kind of growth in that short of amount of time, they've really only been playing for about 8 weeks.
Yeah.
If that, maybe even 7 weeks. So it's her development and just her attitude and her drive and her desire to be the best she can be, and just laying it all out there every single game, and playing against girls that are, 2 and 3 years older than her.
She's just a freshman.
Yeah, and so it's like, for me, it's just like, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that. And like I said, she's kind of become one of my favorite players. And I feel like she's kind of become, kind of the unsung hero of the team.
Yeah.
And if you can kind of be the heart of the team at the same time, because some of the some of the stops that she's made this year and some of the plays she's made have just really been phenomenal.
Yeah.
She might have to stop another one here. Oh, she's offside.
This parent told me, he said they'll be just fine next year at that position, and I guess she's working with TAHS, and she's taking some private training as well. So,
yeah, and like I said, just her desire, and she's doing something that's super, super hard. And if you've never played the game and never played keeper, you're just on an island. And like I said in the game the other night, when they score a goal, there's a million things that happen to cause that goal to go in. But most of the time, when you stop the goal, you've made that play.
Yep.
And I don't want to make it sound like it's always somebody else's fault.
No,
but
but it's so true. Nice ball there.
A lot of times it's like when she made some of the plays she made, Tuesday night. That's all individual effort on her.
Yep.
And like I said, she has nothing to hang her head about after this year. And as far as I'm concerned, like I said, she could practically be the MVP of this team. Just keeping them in games and stuff.
Yeah, we saw her go up in High Point 2 or 3 on Tuesday that were great shots.
Yeah, and I don't even know how she got that high. But she's really learned a lot. And like I said, it's been a joy to watch her play, and I wish her nothing but the best kind of moving forward. And
yeah,
like I said,
be
I think
seeing more of her.
Yeah, I hope so. That's a tough one.
That's a high one. Nope, off to the left side. A lot of these Titans have played together since early days on tempo. You look in Sage Hoffman, Emma Watson, Olivia Johnson, Piper McKinney,
Avalon Thompson,
who just about ripped that last one through the net.
Yeah, she's going to get a bill for that. They're going to have to fix that net.
Creedler as well. I don't know who else. Mackenzie Thompson. So pretty special group of seniors here that are playing their last ever game. I know you can't believe it. I can't believe it either, Chris. I've seen these girls playing since they were very, very little, and you've seen them a lot more than I have.
Yeah, and for me, even going back to some of the younger players, that are getting up there in age, a lot of the girls, even for Lincoln, started out at tempo. And back in the day when Phil Wilson and I coached at tempo, we ran the Winter League or the Winter Youth League, and we just had a ton of kids show up for that, and trying to instill the love of the game, into them. And they're still out here.
Yeah.
You've got Lincoln's keeper. You've got number 3 for Lincoln, Kinley. You've got Taryn Whiting. You've got Priscilla Skrock from Lincoln. All of those girls started at tempo, coming to,
that's a great pass.
That's a really, really good ball.
And then she's going to get a little ahead of herself and out of bounds.
That's a really good play by Brooklyn to kind of make her make a mistake. But a lot of the girls, I bet you there's got to be 10 or 15 girls out here right now that started their soccer careers coming to a winter league at Tempo and just kind of fell in love with the game, and they all kind of became friends, and it's just been it's fun to watch. I still love going and still watching them play.
Yeah. We saw a lot of the Lincoln boys and Titan boys, nice poke out there by Watson, taking pictures after the game. So we'll probably see that tonight too.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess, like I said, I don't know, what they do in their with their personal lives and stuff, but they all are very, very, very familiar with each other for sure.
That wasn't the case when we were younger and played, right? We didn't. You knew a couple guys maybe from the other team.
Well,
but
number one, there was no such thing as soccer.
Well,
I know you played, but I mean, I played. I didn't have the chance to play when I was young. Soccer was played in foreign countries, not in South Dakota. But,
oh yeah.
But we didn't have club sports when I was growing up. So
nope.
We knew the kids that we played with at our own school, and we hated everybody else. That's a tough one.
And it was started with the goal kick.
Yeah, it's okay. Yep. She knows it. And nobody's going to be harder on her than herself. So
the short goal kick, and I think Lincoln, I didn't see who hit it. I'm sure when they got that kick from the goalkeeper, they were like.
That might have been Ava Hurt. I'm not sure.
We'll hear if Tommy.
Yeah, we'll see if Tom knows.
Years ago when Cade Stearns played, I asked his dad, Scott, who was super involved, I said, will you kind of help me? This is when I was doing PA. Will you help me, and can I call on you when I don't see who scored it? And he said, I would love to join you up in the booth. And so that led to him and his daughter, and I was glad for the company, but that led to them. And that was the days before we even streamed these, but that led to every home game, Scott and Ella Stearns.
Was it a radio broadcast or what?
I was just doing PA.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and we didn't do
I still
streaming.
remember a call that you did on the PA years ago
Yeah.
at a football game when they threw a flag and you said the mustard's on the lettuce. And I'll never forget that.
Credit.
Hilarious.
Credit Jordan Fechner for that one. So he gave me that one, and I thought that would be fun to say every first and only first flag of the game.
Right.
Here come the lights on, just like that. And I thought if I say it all the time, the referees are probably going to get annoyed, and everybody else.
If you say it on every, that's one of those ones. Yep, you say it once, and you just save it for the next game.
Jordan Fechner gets his flowers there.
That's amazing.
And he said some other PA guy said it somewhere, so it's not even from him. It's from some PA guy that's a lot better than me somewhere else.
I don't know if that person exists, but okay, that's fine. Another dangerous ball.
Yeah.
Good hustle by Brooklyn.
Playing a lot in the goal. In the box, I should say.
Yeah. I haven't heard Tom announce who made that goal.
No, he came in here, and so for the people watching, Tommy is the PA announcer, so he sits basically in the middle of the booth, and he gets the whole massive room to himself.
Yeah, he's got the premium seating with the fridge and the air conditioner.
He's got the fridge, air conditioner, and then me and Mr. Griffin and Mr. Murray here, we all jam together in this.
We're like sitting at the little kiddie table off to the side where nobody really cares what's going on.
In this 7x7 room, me and Griff stand, and Chris is sitting at a desk in front of us, or a
good job by Brooklyn.
Counter. Good job by Brooklyn Youngstrom. So
good ball from Gemma Oppenheimer too.
So a lot of times, like when there's a good kick,
that's a good ball.
That's a lot better. If she would have did that, it would have avoided the first goal for Lincoln. But here we are tied up.
Good clear from Kinley. Yeah, like I said, all these girls are very, very familiar. And like I said, it just seems very, very strange to me that I used to go to their game when they played swarm ball, when they were 7, 8 years old, stuff like that. It's crazy.
They really boot all in for the Titans. This is a nice-looking player. She will wear she's wearing 13 tonight. I don't know why. Did I see that right? Bootall she's 19. Maybe that's her hair is covering. Okay.
Yeah, that could be. Yep, she's 19.
19. She's a sophomore. Also in, I didn't announce it, number 11, Janessa Kuipers. She's an 8th grader. I talked also with that parent. There's some good young talent on this Titans team. Youngstrom, the goalkeeper's a freshman. Lainey Haynes, also goalkeeper, is a sophomore. Ava Otten, I see she's practicing tonight. She's an 8th grader. You got Katie Hoff, an 8th grader. Janessa Kuiper's an 8th grader. Taylor Davis, an 8th grader.
It's a good ball. That's really good patience, though. They didn't try to play something through. They let things kind of develop a little bit. Well done.
Lincoln coached by Abby Berkey. She's been here. This is her 3rd year. So I talked to her pregame, and I apologized for the bugs. And I said, "Welcome to T, the bugs." And she said, "No, I think that's everywhere, not just T."
I was just going to say, I don't think that's exclusive to T. It might seem like it.
Out of bounds. That'll stay with the Patriots.
That last play was really good patience from Heidi Hofer. That's kind of what I've been talking about, kind of looking for, is just have them, kind of slow the game down a little bit and allow people to catch up and then just play a nice ball, and she did.
And we'll throw in the header out by Olivia Johnson over the head.
Yeah, that one could have changed somebody's day real quick.
Of Kuipers, we saw Jonathan Howe take one in the head and not come back in the boys' game.
Yeah.
Here's Youngstrom again. This is something I think she really needs to work on. But, boy, that's gotten so much better.
Oh, my word, yes.
To get it to midfield when so many more times in the first few games, it'd go to maybe the 30 if she was lucky.
Right, right.
I think she's been practicing that.
But again, I think that, with her age and things like that, her best soccer is, definitely ahead of her, which I think is fantastic.
Olivia Johnson tracking this down. She's got.
And you need to do a better job after this game of getting me to meet her. You were supposed to do it on Tuesday night, and you completely blew
I
it.
know. And then I saw her today, and she said, "You weren't at Tuesday's game." And I said, "I certainly was."
Yeah, you completely blew that one for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. We're going to have to make it happen. Tonight's the last night.
I know. It makes me sad.
Makes me sad. As you see Ellie Clayberg, another senior, checking back in. I talked to Coach Yasmin Sumich a little bit before the game, and not much. He's always just so gracious and thanks me a lot, and I thanked him for coaching. And
he's kind of a man of few words, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Clayberg checks back in for the Titans. This is number 20, Sailor McCoy. That's the name of the game.
I like that.
Tonight,
yeah.
Sailor McCoy. I know another sailor that lives in Idaho. This will be a corner kick.
Yeah, this is where they've traditionally done very, very well at Lincoln. They had a girl there, Mariah Syme, that made a career out of scoring off of headers, and she's doing the same thing at USF right now.
Nice. And that was Addison Moe, and I just want Addison Moe to know that Chris jinxed you there. Was 100% a Chris Murray jinx.
How'd I do that?
Well, you said how good they were, and then she kicked it
okay.
into the side of the goal.
Okay, well, I won't say anything when we have a corner kick.
Yeah, that was one.
I didn't know I had that power.
Anytime you extend those arms, I'm guessing, and the referee sees it,
Yeah.
they're just going to call it. It's just an easy call, right?
Yeah, for sure. If it's shoulder to shoulder, they're not going to say much. Even if it's just body to body, they're not going to say much. But as soon as you start getting hands involved and extending your arms, that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, and that's just what the ref said. It wasn't a hard push at all, but she just showed her you extended your arms, and that's a no-no. There is Clayberg, also a setter, right side hitter on the volleyball team. She chose to play her final soccer game tonight with the volleyball team. Is at Washington. Under 8 minutes to go. 1-1. Another nice first half here by the Titans. They played that first half against O'Gorman so good, and then that goal, it just kind of let all the air out of the place.
Yeah,
and then they went downhill from there.
And that's, like I said, that's kind of what was looking for, is for something to happen like happened tonight. And now we're back to the point where we're even again. Now I'm looking for it to be, for them to keep their energy and try to get that goal back and get the kind of the positive momentum going again.
Good job by Johnson. Just track it down as the Patriots.
It's a good stop by Gemma. Just couldn't
15.
control it on the sideline.
Termott lost her balance. Thompson, McKinney, and Saavedra back into the game.
13, Ricia, Saavedra, number 16, Avalon Thompson.
Saavedra told me I was saying her name wrong, and I'm like, that's not me at all. That's Tom Tosh, my friend.
Yeah.
Saavedra, first year out. This is her senior year, first year out. She's been hurt every year before this, so this has been her first chance to play.
I would have liked to have seen kind of what she could have done if she would have stayed healthy and been able to develop and play a little bit more and practice a little bit more over the years.
Yeah, Coach Sumich a few games ago at halftime singled her out just for playing hard and caring and really giving effort. And
that's a tough one.
That was good to hear. That's looks worse than it is, and I don't think that's a yellow.
It might be. She's having a little conversation telling her to stop.
I think what happened was Erickson jumped up and kicked it and
that was number 10. That's
okay.
Yeah, that's Van Meteren.
And
yeah, I don't think it was intentional by any stretch. I think they were both going for the ball and it just kind of got a little awkward. And
you run into Olivia Johnson, that's probably going to be the result most of the time.
Yeah, I was just going to say your day is not going to improve from there. Your day is just going to get worse if you keep running into her.
Her dad, a former defensive end for Augustana when he was a young, handsome man. Now he's an older, handsome man, still handsome. But
that's good cover.
Yeah, I want to stay on Andrew's good side.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Sure is. 29, Zoe Creedler into the game for the Titans. Another one of those, how should we say it? I can't believe she's a senior.
Yeah, that's crazy. So. I keep seeing every time if somebody checks into the game, I can't believe.
Yeah.
That's a good ball. Nobody was really home. Piper's hustling.
Under 5 minutes in this one. The first half of the season for the Titans.
Coach Oppenheimer was talking to me a little bit earlier in the week, and he said he's helped with this program off and on for a few years, and now that he's officially, an assistant coach, I don't think that he's ever beaten the Titans as a coach.
Is that right?
Because I think that they've beaten us, but I don't think he was ever really on the sidelines and helping because he had other stuff going on. But he said he couldn't wait for this game because he wanted to see if they could beat us because they've never been able to do so when he was on the sidelines.
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, I was just going to say, and at the rate it's going, he's not going to beat us this year.
The Sioux Falls Christian, where he used to coach, the boys was a really good rivalry. The girls, it was more of a rivalry with West Central, but Christian always put a very solid, very competitive team on the field for girls.
Yeah, and I think that in the A side with the girls this year, there's probably about 4 teams that have kind of beaten up on each other throughout the year. I believe Dakota Valley's sitting on top, and then I believe it's I want to say it's Groton and then Sioux Falls Christian and then West Central, but those 4 teams look like they're going to avoid each other at least in the first round. But those second round games, I think, are going to be really, really good games, and I think the state championship game will be a very, very good game as well.
I believe last year was Groton.
No, last year Sioux Falls Christian won.
Okay.
They played Groton, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought Groton after losing to T the year before and only having like one senior, I thought they were going to kind of be a shoe-in for at least for getting there, but I thought for sure that they'd play it one more on there you go. Oh, you need to be more
Hoffman
to the flag.
Started that one.
Yep, it needed to be more to the flag and not down the middle. But yeah, so I thought that they were going to be a very, very good team, and they were. They just didn't really play their best game last year in the state championship game.
Yeah, Youngstrom was going to come out, field the ground ball. Van Meteren just lets her do it. Ticking down, you'll hear Tom call out 2 minutes pretty soon.
Another good ball from
And
Brooklyn.
I think she's got the ability to boot it. It's just you see her kind of doing the tippy-tappy with the foot, trying to get her footing down. Once she does, I think she's going to be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think
that.
And the longer she does it, the more confident she's going to be. I mean, I think I'm not even sure. I think this is only like her second year of playing soccer. I think I'm not sure, but I know she was the JV goalie last year, and then when you go from that right to being a varsity goalie as a freshman, I mean that's a huge ask.
Coming in thinking you're going to split time, and then all of a sudden you're on.
Yeah, and quite honestly, there's really nobody behind you.
Yeah. I think the emergency goalie would be Olivia Johnson.
Agreed. But I think it's one of those things that's very smart by Coach Jasmine. That's unfortunate. She needs just to kind of be more confident and just go up and just grab that. I think she was trying to avoid some contact.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
But I think with Coach Yasmin is thinking that if Olivia can help keep the keeper from seeing as many shots,
Yeah.
From playing good defense, then that's probably more of a help than her actually being the keeper.
Allie Kakmarinsky, one of the first keepers here for T. She did it for 4 years.
That's a tough one.
And good job by Stoliker to get in there and knock it away and then put up a shield. And then you saw Josie Kettlehut and Jessica Nelson.
Josie Kettlehut was one of my favorite kids, and my favorite keepers. I mean, you talk about just fearless and just, I mean, you want your keeper to communicate. You want her to kind of be the quarterback of the defense and be vocal and be fearless and be physical and be fast and athletic. And Josie Kettlehut was definitely all of those.
Yeah, Nelson, it seemed, was the backup for so long, and before she finally got her shot. Youngster trying to get that footing down.
And she was really, really good, too.
Yeah,
And that's the thing that was just super tough. It's kind of like Harrisburg now. Harrisburg has 2 girls that are keepers that only one plays, but the other one would probably be the starter on any other team in the state. But she just happens to play for a team that has a really solid keeper, and that's kind of the same thing that was with in that situation in T.
Looks like this is going to be a 1-1 tie. You got to be thrilled if you're Coach Sumich, because you don't know if the girls are just going to come in and coast to this one in their final game. But to be tied 1-1 with the 6th best team in the state, he's got to be pleased with that. I'm going to go down and just hear what he has to say. 1-1 at halftime, T area, and the Lincoln Patriots will join you in about 10 minutes. See you then. That's nice elevator music. Good to go. Hey, welcome back at halftime. Joined by a kind of a last-second guest. So Lainey Haynes, backup goalkeeper and wrestler and track runner for the Titans. You were injured in what game, Lainey?
Our game against Yankton.
Yankton. So you made it the fourth game of the year.
Yes.
And I want you to tell everybody what you injured, because to me it's crazy. My daughter tore her meniscus, but you did a lot more than that.
I tore my lateral and medial meniscus, and then I completely tore my ACL, and then there was a bunch of other smaller things. Like I partially tore my MCL and shifted my tibia, dislocated my patella, but it's mostly just the ACL meniscus that hits.
And that's going to put you out till when?
They said hopefully I'll be fully back by the end of this summer.
So you've got a long road to hoe.
Yeah, but I should be able to do some workouts towards the end of track season, just not competing 100% yet.
I ran into you up at the Commons today, and it just kind of blew me away because you were smiling like always, and you said, well, nothing I can do about it now. And so you've still managed to have just a really positive and great attitude during all this. How is that? Like, what gets you through an injury like this?
Well, I feel like it's really difficult, but there's so many other things that matter more than what it seems like. And there's just so many people that look up to you, and you have to pretend like you're still there for them. Well, you are, not pretend.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But there's bigger parts to life than just competing.
Yeah, I was just, because I've been around kids that have been injured, and they're not as happy as you are. Wrestling this year is done. What are you going to do for wrestling? Are you going to be a manager?
Yep, I'll be a manager, and I'll be able to go to all the wrestling meets, and I'll be at all the youth stuff still coaching. So it'll be fun because, yeah.
Yeah. And you'll have to come up and join us on wrestling and give us your insight. I know last year you did in basketball, and you were so good. And you'll miss track as well? You're going to miss track?
Yes, as of now, yes.
You told me when you came up, we were talking, and you made a statement. You said, I just love these girls when talking about the soccer team. And since it's a soccer game, tell us about this team that you're playing on for the first time ever.
Yeah, sure. Well, I wrestle and run track, and they're technically team sports, but there's a lot of individual aspects of it. And so it was really cool to be a part of a team again and to understand that you have to count on people, and it's more than just what you can do by yourself. And it's really cool because I've gotten to know these girls, and there's just so much fun that comes out of it.
And you still you could have said, I'm done for the season. I have homework, or I can go get a job. But you still come out and sit on the bench every game. You still feel like you're part of the team. You are part of the team.
Yes, I hope so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. It's your last home game here, and I hope your progress goes well. And we'll get you back up for wrestling because you know a lot more wrestling than I do. If you weren't going to be a manager, I'd let you and Jeremy just call it, and I'd listen from home. But it was cool. It was cool to see you, and that's how positive you were and still smiling. And that left a mark on me. So I told Chris, I'm like, we got to get her up here. Did Youngstrom, did she think we were talking about halftime of this game?
Yes.
Oh, I wanted her to come up halftime of the boys' game.
Yeah.
But it's all good. And You still talk with her a lot since you guys are both keepers?
Yeah. I think, again, the team aspect of it, like you get to know everyone and it gets pretty close. But yeah, we still talk for sure.
She's gotten a lot better in the short time this year, and it's been really neat to see.
Yeah, for sure.
But all right, we'll let you get back to it. Thanks again, Lainey. Lainey
No,
Haynes.
thank you.
We will see you wrestling season and track season. That was fun to be joined by Lainey Haynes, the injured keeper for the Titans, and golly, what a great attitude! And you told her some encouraging words, Chris, as she left, and we were worried about her getting down the bleachers, and she said, "I'm getting good at these things."
Yeah,
so.
and she didn't even use the crutches; she hopped down every step.
And she's on Mr. Griffin here's cybersecurity team, and they're gearing up. He tells me her squad is to compete with 3,500 other schools.
That's
so
very cool.
Good luck to them. T Area High School has changed so much, the things they've added in the last 5-10 years, and it's been really neat to see.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here in this second half.
Yeah.
I think that's a great ball.
And look at the speed of Hoffman.
Yeah, she just had to go around somebody. I think that Lincoln's going to come out and try to do some things. I think T's going to have to kind of weather a little bit of a storm with pressure and then pushing the ball, and then try to match their aggressiveness and try to maybe hopefully get one in the back of the net again before the end, as I don't think this is going to end 1-1.
Right, I agree. And if it ends this way or the Titans win, what a really good feel-good win this would be for Coach Sumich and his team to end the season this way, and it would be just the opposite for the Patriots as they turn from here to the playoffs.
Yeah, I it's one of those things that's kind of hard to tell how teams are coming in and looking at a game like this. And, when you're the Patriots and, you're from Sioux Falls and you're playing T and you look at their record and look at their standing in the state, it's really, really easy to kind of look past that. That's a really good ball. Really easy to look past that and maybe not show up to play. And, I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but I'm just saying that's just something that would be easy to do. And I think that T showed up to play, and this is, like I said before, this is as good as they've looked for as long as they've looked this good all season.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't go down and talk to Coach Sumich at halftime because we were joined by Lainey Haynes. So when I told Brooklyn Youngstrom and Lainey Haynes to join us, Brooklyn Youngstrom thought I meant this game, and I meant the boys' game at halftime.
I don't think she's going to get permission to leave the team at halftime of the girls' game. I think that, that might have been.
I didn't even think Lainey would want to, and I'm not surprised that she's had a good experience in this team.
Another really good ball.
Yeah, let's see who's that?
Piper McKinney?
Piper McKinney.
Yeah.
Better grab my roster here since my memory stinks. But Lainey Haynes, you get out of a lot of things what you put into it, and I'm not surprised that she's had a positive experience because she's a really positive person. So.
And the fact that you can have a positive experience out of what happened to her it's really inspirational. Really. I mean, it hurt my heart just to see her, with the knee brace and the crutches and all that kind of stuff. And she does not seem fazed by it one bit and has the best attitude I think I've ever seen for someone who's had someone
to give it their all and not
happen.
One of their top sports, and then to come out and to get hurt just the fourth game of the season.
Right.
And to end your whole year, your whole summer, next year.
Well, and I liked what she said too, about loves the game, loves her teammates, and everything that she does just shows that. And I told her, just keep doing what you're doing and continue to be a leader, because you're being a leader by not even being on the field, and that's amazing.
Yeah, yep.
That's
I agree.
another good
There we
ball.
go. See if this is Clemish. If
See if they
Clemish
can
can
get
run
a
it
touch
down.
on it.
And they're going to drop it to their keeper. Of course, when they do that, the keeper can't touch it
Right.
with her hands. You got to send it with the foot, right, Mason Ritter? Right, yes.
That's a good play from Heidi Hofer to chase that ball down.
Yeah.
And put some pressure on them.
She's got the wheels to do it.
There's a lot of girls with some wheels on this team.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of a mystery to me how they have had not had the success that I thought that they were going to have. And I'm sure it's probably a mystery to them too, but because if they could have fixed it, I'm sure they would. But it's just a lot of bad luck and injuries and
Handball
things
Titans.
like that.
Well, and you have to also look back and on this field, a lot of these girls have 2 state championships under their belt.
For sure.
And let's not say because it was Class A that it was easier, because West Central Trojans for years, they're finally getting away from it. Had an unbelievable program putting girls in colleges.
Oh, 100%.
And, Dakota Valley, we saw them start to play good. Sioux Falls Christian, always solid. And so, yeah, AA might be a little bit deeper, but this isn't a result just based on, the Titans are AA now. Oh, what a great header in the back. Was that Johnson?
Yes, it was. And here comes another one.
And another header by Johnson. Get it out of there. And taking shots, and you hear the crowd react. 4 shots taken. Olivia Johnson was back there to save the day.
Yeah, that's rapid fire right there.
But it's not the Titans aren't 18th because it's AA. That's
Correct.
The competition in A is still very good. And as Mark Anderson will be the first one to tell you, when they were A, they were playing AA schools.
For sure.
The school not to be named Roosevelt, wouldn't play T anymore. Because why would you? Because you're supposed to beat the A, and then when the A beats you, it's a lose-lose. So I really don't blame them. But
well, I think that, there was a time, too, when T had a tougher schedule than, than many of the AA schools.
Right.
And they were only an A school. So we didn't duck anybody. We wanted to play the best and play everyone that would be willing to play us and challenge us.
Absolutely. In every sport, too. Nice job by Clemish.
Oh, that's a great ball, too.
And the ball by Emma Watson. Here's Saavedra getting her foot on it. Lager Waltner.
It's a good job. Good job from Gemma Oppenheimer getting that ball out. Yeah, we didn't.
Watson.
Like I said, that because to me that's what kind of builds. Oh, that's trouble. That's big trouble.
We're closing out. Oh wow, who was that closed out?
That was that was Olivia Johnson again, and there she is again.
And she's just kind of playing that.
I was going to say she's
pre-goal
like
goalie spot.
She's like a sweeper back there. She's just cleaning up all the little messes that come her way.
The only difference is she can't use her hands.
All right.
Wow,
this has been. I'd like to see the ball on the other end of the field a little bit more, because this is going to be a tough storm to weather. But like I said, I expected Lincoln to come out, pressing and pushing the ball and trying to get a goal. And like I said, so far, that's big trouble. Yeah, that's big trouble.
Wonder if it was just a matter of time.
No, not really. I think it's just kind of one of those deals where, it's maybe a little bit of a matter of time. It's one of those deals where it's just the number of opportunities that kind of continued to present itself, and that's what I was saying earlier, that they were going to have to weather this storm, but they're down a goal, and here we are. We're going to have to do the same thing on the other side.
Yeah, that was number 11 for the Patriots, Ava Hurt, one of their seniors.
Yep.
That one definitely hurt T.
Yeah, I was going to say she put the hurt on T, that's for sure.
As we see our flyover coming at us now, can't see it on TV, but a little late. We had a football, or was it soccer? We had some guys flying overhead, and they stopped the game. I think it was football, and announced, the head ref got on his mic and was like, "Don't fly over the stadium." It was like some hang glider guys or something.
Oh, they must have been on those motorized hang gliders or something. Wonder why they can't fly over the stadium. I suppose they don't want you falling on the
maybe
falling on the falling in the middle of the field or something. But I'm pretty sure that's not their intention when you go up in one of those. What are those called? Ultralights or something like that, I think.
Kuipers and Thompson back into the game. Thompson, such a good kid. Toyota decided to name a car after her for Avalon Thompson. Another senior. Kuiper's just an 8th grader, so from across the street.
I think I saw somewhere that Avalon was accepted into dental hygienist school, which is fantastic.
Oh wow! Congratulations, Avalon.
Yeah.
Where where at or?
I want to say it was at Southeast area, but I'm not really sure. That's what pops into my head, but at my age you forget things pretty quickly and pretty easily.
Thompson, the Titans' only goal tonight.
Here again, I want to see the T-girls kind of rebound from this and not hang their heads and doing the things like here we go again kind of stuff, and I just want to see them kind of continue to fight and continue to work hard.
Unintentional trip there by Hurt, but a trip nonetheless. Be a free kick for the Titans.
That was Van Meteren on the trip.
Yeah, it'll be Sage Hoffman.
This is well within her range too.
Absolutely.
If we can get somebody on the end of this, somebody's got to get after it and go get this ball.
Here goes Sage Hoffman. Nice ball. It's going to skip. It's going to be just left of the goal.
Yeah, I think that one probably wasn't struck the way she wanted it to, but that's a tough thing to be doing too.
31 minutes to go. Titans' final game of the season. They will miss the postseason. I believe it's going to be the first time ever.
That I don't know. Well, because in when we were in A, obviously, there wasn't as many teams, and they only took 8 out of 10 or whatever it was, or 11 or 12, whatever it's been in the past. And I don't think T ever missed the playoffs there. But
no, they played in their first state championship. Was early. It was in a snow.
I remember that
covered
in Rapid
Mitchell,
City.
South Dakota.
Mitchell. The Rapid City one was terrible too. They were having to shovel the lines off so you could see the end line and the sideline and the box. I remember that.
Well, we were having a good year, and it looked like we might give St. Thomas More a good game.
Yeah,
they
were
closed
really good
that
back
out
then.
early and often. I think it was 9-1 was the total, or 10-1.
Yeah, they were really good back then.
They actually had a girl on the field that was faster than Michaela Weavick, who ended up being a Division I sprinter for the Titans, and we couldn't believe it that they had someone faster than Weavick out there, and she gave her all kinds of trouble.
The game, though, has evolved so much from back then. And I mean, you remember the Kendra McKinney days where she would just, they'd stand in the middle and play a ball over the top, and she'd just run it down time after time after time. And like I said, the game has evolved a lot since then, and the level of play in the state has really kind of risen since the early days of soccer, which you would expect it to.
Yeah. The Titan boys won the first ever. It was kind of impressive. They were not the favorites. They weren't supposed to do it, but they won the first ever sanctioned tournament.
Was that like at O'Gorman or something like that? If I remember
that was
right?
in Aberdeen, and it was about
that's
nice
a really good ball. That's a really good
see
ball.
See if Klimish can take advantage. She's going to have to use her left foot. Nope, switches it to her right, switches back. She's got some fancy footwork. Out of bounds throw in. That was in Aberdeen, and it was McGuckin into the game for the Titans. Veronica McGuckin in for the first time. They beat Sioux Falls Christian, and they beat, I think it was Aberdeen, one of the Aberdeen schools to win it all. But the championship game, I was just talking it over with the coaches that were there. We knew if we went into halftime within one, we'd win it because the wind was that ridiculously. I'm talking about a constant 30, 40 mile an hour wind the whole game, and we ended up winning that one 2-1. So good times. I still remember the day I was subbing in the elementary, and the Titans.
That's a good step by Sage and a good shield. Now it's going to go out the end.
At that time, they played on a weekday. Now they'll play on a weekend. So this is going to be a goal kick for the Titans, which will be taken normally by Kate Giles, but now Olivia Johnson.
Looks like Sage Hoffman's going to be taking this. It looks like he might have rolled Sage back to center back to maybe get a little bit more speed back there to kind of maybe fend off the pressure that the Patriots have been putting on.
Giles is, you look at this game within striking distance for the Titans. Giles is a huge loss. not to have out there. She was just the team's anchor back
For sure.
there.
And she has been for a couple years.
Yeah.
That's a tough ball. Good thing it's wide. Yeah, I think that number 5, Taryn Whiting for the Patriots, I think she missed a few games earlier in the season. She had gotten a pretty nasty concussion back in June, I believe, at club regionals, and that kept her out for more than 2 months. And so they really kind of missed her. And when she kind of came back, they really started kind of picking it up a little bit. She's just a little firecracker, and she's just a great kid. Her nickname is Smalls. So, and
Clemish wanted to leave that one for Kuipers and didn't work out too good for the Titans.
Man, Van Meeteren with some fancy footwork to Hurt.
Yeah.
Ava Hurt is so powerful and just such a solid player. I wonder if I can't remember. She might be joining her sister at Augie this fall, or next fall, I should say.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, you get these second generation players, and they usually start out wanting to just be their big sister, and then they a lot of times turn out even better.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, where you kind of try to be the big sister, and you put all the work and effort in, and lo and behold, you wind up being better.
Another great ball. Let's see if this is Hanish. See if she can blast one. She does, but not on goal. Boy, she puts that to the far side of the goal.
Yeah. There again, I think that's one of them that she would like to have back.
You see the 2 Patriots coaches talking. They got to stop getting those runouts for the Titans. Emma Watson back into the game. That was, I believe it was it was Brett George. His Hall of Fame speech said that he just wanted to be as good as his big brother. And
you got dyslexic there, Brett George?
Brett George.
Or George Brett, maybe.
George Brett. My friend John Gaskins said this. You know John Gaskins, right? He's got his sports radio talk show, and he's a reporter on Dakota News Now. And he said, all these people that get after me, and I've got to talk live on the air for 4 hours a day, they're going to tease me when I goof up.
Oh, for sure.
I've got a place they can go, he says.
Yes.
There is Hoffman with her captain's
trying to clear it.
Armband. Nice little give and go. Hoffman shielding off.
Yep, that's a good job.
Her player as we tick down under 25.
Yeah, they've kind of weathered the storm a little bit, and they're starting to kind of get to the point where they're starting to kind of get back and are starting to get some dangerous plays back. Now they just got to take advantage of one of those great through balls and be able to run on that.
They made that one really didn't agree with that.
Yeah, she made it a little bit too easy to call, though.
As Priscilla Scratch, sophomore.
Yeah, she's another one of the players that my youngest played with, and fantastic kid, fantastic family, and her best soccer is definitely ahead of her too. I'm pretty sure she's going to want to play at the next level as well.
I'll say this about the Lincoln boys crowd. Easily the biggest road crowd I think I've ever seen. And in the words of our friend Noah Watson, as he tried to get up into the stands to watch the girls' game, he said, where are all these people coming from? And I was trying to get out on the field to get lineups for us. This is Stoliker back in for the Titans, Adler for the Patriots. I talked really briefly after the game with both coaches. For the boys' side, I didn't seek them out. They just kind of ran into him. Alex Nelson had nice words to say. He said we played a great game, and he said he always loves playing against T. So that was nice. And Zach Jurgens just shrugged his shoulders and said, I wish you would have given that effort Tuesday night, as did some other people I talked to, but he was overall very happy for how they played against Lincoln. So,
well, I feel like that, again, I feel like I agree, and as he should be happy. I think that's just one of those deals, like we said before, carrying that play and that effort and that and I feel like it's pretty fairly positive momentum. Mm-hmm. I had talked to Hudson Hadrick a little bit after the game and just told him, you got nothing to hang your head about. They got a little lucky, you got a little unlucky, and all you did was show that you can play with anybody when you guys play like that. Yep. So just play like that and you'll be just fine. So
absolutely,
it'll be interesting when the playoffs come, and like I said, after tonight, it's really win or go home for everybody that makes it.
5 days away, starting on the 7th.
Is that when it is already? They start Tuesday already?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, today is kind of the final day, the coaches told me. Saturday is marked off to any makeup games that need to be made up, and I think there are a couple. And a lot of people are done. I know Sturgis, who the Titans are thinking they might draw, they're done. O'Gorman and Sioux Falls Christian, I believe, are done. I didn't look at everybody's, but Lincoln is now done. T is now done, so we are wrapping it up.
Yeah, I would say probably 90% of the teams are probably done playing, but
it's such a fast season. It's almost like high school baseball season or high school softball season. Those seem to go fast, but they're kind of in the same boat. They got to get those wrapped up before school gets out. And I'm guessing soccer, you can't start it before school starts, and you need to get it wrapped up before the snow flies here in beautiful South Dakota. So,
right,
which could be
tomorrow.
Great job by Watson to shield off her defender, get it up to Hofer. Hofer will drop it.
And again, you're the only one that's looking forward to that nonsense. The only one I know, anyway.
Man, I love it. I love winter.
Good job by Taryn.
Here comes Lincoln up the sidelines.
One on two. Another nice move. Just kind of ran out of real estate a little bit.
Broken up there by Hillman. Johnson comes back into the game for the Titans.
Might be a thing that we're going to see Olivia Johnson play a little bit more in the forward area, trying to maybe use her speed and athleticism to try to run a ball down.
And this might get to the point where she asks Coach Sumik if she can do it, and he says, why not? I remember her as an 8th grader playing center forward at times in the championship game that the Titans won. Well, the only state championship T has ever won at home on their home field. It happened right here.
Right.
And if you don't know, if you're
I think they were the only ones that have ever won a state championship on the team's home field.
Yeah. It came down to PKs, and the Titans netted all 4 of theirs against former Division I goalie.
Current Division I goalie.
Yeah. And we were able to stop one. We were able to stop one of the goal kicks, and it came down to a girl who had missed the previous 2 years for MCL
in the playoffs. Yeah.
Injuries on her both legs.
And then she missed the year before that. She missed the PK that eliminated us from the playoffs, and so she needed that. And that's Sydney Sherwood, and she's easily one of my favorite kids and one of my favorite players of all time.
And he had her scheduled last. She makes it. We win. And as Mark Anderson tells it, he just turned around and didn't even watch it, and he would let the roar of the crowd tell him. And he said, but I knew she was going to do it. I had no doubt in my mind. And that was her last high school kick ever.
Yep.
It's for a state championship. It's if you saw it in a Disney movie, you'd probably say, yeah, that was a good story, but they should make it more believable. Here come the Titans up the top side of your screen.
That's
now slow down. They're going to drop it.
There it is.
And
there it
Titans
is.
Score!
There it
what
is.
A drop to Hofer, the senior.
That's exactly what I was talking about before, where you slow the game down, you play it, you wait for your teammates, and a beautiful ball slotted back for Heidi Hofer, and that might be the shot of her year.
Oh my goodness! Both goals by seniors. And you saw it coming exactly, the drop, and then she just ran into it. Yes. The only question was, is she going to hit it right? And she hit it right.
Well, the only question for me was it going to come down on the keeper's hands and just have her just tip it up a little bit and have it hit the crossbar? That was fantastic.
19:15 to go. Titans have tied it up 2-2.
Well, now we're going to go back to what I said before. Now you're going to see the pressure from Lincoln, and you're going to see them pushing the ball up like they did the first 15 minutes of the half. T didn't really weather that extremely well, and now they're going to have to do it again. And they give up a corner right out of the gate. So it's going to be a battle. And again, I think if you can get out of this game with a tie, I would take that as a win.
Absolutely. 17, one of the captains, Addison Moe. Larry and Curly look on. It's going to be.
I got nothing.
Corner kick here. That's over the crossbars. Boy, that's close. It's still alive. Left side of the field, kicked out of bounds, I believe, by Emma Watson. You know, we had a rough year in volleyball last year. We won one game. And that one game, I talked to 3 seniors after it on the air, and Youngstrom's going to come out and get that one. She will.
Well done.
And for one night, that one game, it wasn't – they were so happy to get that one win. This, if they even got the tie tonight, would be like that with it being senior night, with Mackenzie Thompson getting back on the field. It would be a great, great feeling for these young ladies.
I think Mackenzie Thompson gets the assist on that goal, too.
Okay.
We'll give the second assist. We're not official scorekeepers, but we do have a little bit of flexibility with that.
And here's Sage Hoffman. What a great play by her. See if it's going to be a foot race if Hoffman can win it. Now she switches on the other side. It's going to be tough to get it through her.
That's really good help defense and really good hustle
good
back.
Help defense. She's down for a second. Is that Hilson?
Yeah, I think so. That's one of those deals where you just can't quit. You have to keep playing, and you think that your teammates got it until she doesn't.
Yeah.
And you got to be there to help.
Great job by Hilson to stay in that play. Just a sophomore for the Titans. There's a throw in by the Patriots. The ball kicked back out to Mo. This is Mo, left side of the field. Nice ball. She sends it in. No one home.
That's really good hustle.
And is she going to keep it in bounds? She
Yeah,
does.
she does. And plays it ahead.
Brings it back, but the Titans get it.
That's
nice
a really
ball.
good ball.
Emma Watson just got to get her feet by
Yep,
her.
That's all right. She's there.
There is Olivia Johnson. They're going to call that. And, boy, that's a yellow?
Well, I think it's probably one of those things where she's had some collisions
Okay.
kind of leading up to that, and I think it just kind of has built on it, and I think she kind of told her enough of that, and then when she did it this time,
Fair
I think
enough.
that was – and, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. I like the aggressive play. I don't think it was malicious or dangerous or anything like that. It's just
Ellie
one of those
Kleberg
things
checks
that's
in for Olivia. And she might have told her even when she had that other collision that if that happens again,
sure,
she's getting
exactly.
one.
And I would guess that's probably exactly what happened.
And by the non-reaction of Johnson, I'm guessing that's what happened, and so she knew it right when it happened. But she'll be able to go back in.
Yep, and you didn't see any argument from Coach Sumich, and it's just kind of it's just part of the game, and you don't want to back her aggressiveness off, but at the same time now, you really don't want her to go back in and get a red card. But if she does wind up getting a red card, then it's not the end of the world because the season's pretty much over, so it's not really.
She'll go in at about the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we've seen the last of her, but it's just going to be one of those things where I would never want to back the aggressiveness off of a player.
Nice.
That's a really
work.
good job.
Up on the top after the kick by Mo.
Is that the 8th grader that made that great play?
Is that Kuipers, I think maybe?
So. And here goes Heidi. She's
Here goes
loose.
Heidi Hofer with her speed. Kicks
Another
it up
good ball.
for Klemish. Klemish losing the ball, drops it back. It's not going to be Hofer, but it's.
I would like to see her take a touch on that and just kind of slow it down a little bit.
Try to bend it over to Hofer and let her run it towards the goal.
I like the aggressive play, though.
So 15 to play in the Titans season. Last game, at least in high school, for 10 seniors.
They can give it their all the next 15 minutes. I think that they can, like I mentioned before, kind of leave with their head held high.
Yep. There's Emma Watson, former Tempo Wildfire standout.
It's a good play by Ellie Kleberg.
Yeah. With the drop, that's a really nice ball.
That's really big trouble.
And Titans are going to have to.
Look at
Sage Hoffman, and then
a great save.
Youngstrom.
That's a great
diving save.
They didn't get it out, so there goes the 8th
Outstanding
grader
job
again.
by Hoffman, and then Youngstrom, and the Titans clear it.
And now you got an 8th grader saving your bacon again. And
Wow.
now they got to get it cleared out. What another amazing save. That kid, man.
That was on goal. She knocked it out. That would have been a goal, but
And she completely laid out. She was completely laid out.
And Hoffman, and I'll say this, not really known for her speed. One heck of a soccer player. She'll play at the next level.
Hoffman's known for her speed. She's the fastest girl on the team, but she had to run her down like a cheetah on the Serengeti. It's like she had to make up some ground, and she did. And I think between her pressuring the ball and the great save by Brooklyn, because that ball. I mean, that was a goal, and that was dead to rights.
Under 14 to go. Kreidler.
I don't know who that was from Lincoln that was that fast. That was really impressive. Yeah. Holy cow. I'm starting to see why they can hold a team to 0-0.
Yeah. So the Titans come into this one. They hadn't scored a goal since September 4, get not only one but two. And this is going to be trouble here.
Get on that, Brooklyn. That a girl.
Brooklyn Youngstrom. The save at the 13-minute mark for the Titans.
Another good ball from Brooklyn.
Yes, to Emma
Another
Watson.
Good touch from Emma.
Send it up to a very active. Eddie Klimish has had a big night. And here come the Patriots looking to strike again.
Oh, that's a handball and an offside.
Yep. Take your pick.
Yep. I was just going to say, I think it would have been one or the other, but we'll take the offside.
Yeah, here's some fans. I don't think we have a fan microphone here.
It's getting chippy in the stands.
We do have a fan microphone for inside. Sometimes Mr. Griffin will put it by the band. We've got some interesting sounds we've heard from the band.
When the Titans' #1 fan is out there yelling, you don't really need a fan microphone.
Hilson back in the game for the Titans, throwing it in. It's just under 12 to play. Watson battling. Here comes the Titans.
Another
That
really
was
good
from
ball.
Hurt. That's going to be too far in the corner. Knocked
That's
out of bounds.
Be a corner kick. About 11 and a half left.
Corner kick.
Titans
Knocked
are
out
going
by
to have
Waltner.
to. Yeah, the Titans are going to have to weather this storm. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They're not going to stop coming. I got a crazy question for you. How in the world are the boys playing a game over there with no lights? It's dark.
I don't know.
They got headlights over there from cars. Uh-oh, that's trouble.
Ball
That's big trouble. Yep.
Knocked in.
Own goal. Well, not really an own goal, but played off of, tried to clear it and played it right off of a Lincoln player and into the goal.
I didn't see who it was. It looks like it might be Mo.
Yeah, it might have been Addie Moe. Tom hasn't been, I think Tom might be sleeping over there. He hasn't announced any goals for a while.
Oh, yeah. I think it was Mo, just seeing who got the high fives.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think that's probably.
We could mess with him when we could tell him it was somebody that wasn't even close to the play, and he would believe us in his I'm Ron Burgundy moment, and then he would announce it, and then these rational fans wouldn't let him. We better not.
Yeah, we better not.
We love Tommy too much.
Yeah, Tommy's a good dude. Another good clear. Oh, yeah, they're going to get her for the little bump. That's kind of
little bump, no arms extended.
Yeah, it was kind of a little
Kreidler.
ticky-tack, but she kind of came up behind her and didn't really play the ball. So,
well, under 11 minutes, and we got to see two good ones tonight. The Titans might lose them both, but that's the way it works sometimes. But two really good games tonight, and this one has been a lot of fun. And
but
it's
again,
a
look
game
at
we're
how,
going to remember.
Yeah, the goals that we gave up were really all very, very unlucky.
Yeah, just
you
that
know,
one just pinballed in.
And the goals that we had, that's another trouble one.
That's out of bounds. Hit the crossbar.
Hit the crossbar first, and then hit the goalpost. But no, I think that our goals, were more manufactured. And I think their goals were just kind of pinballing around, and more unlucky on our part.
10 minutes, under 10 minutes now.
If they ever figure out how to get luck out of the game, I guess then
Patriots on the throw in. Oh, and what was that? And they're going to call that one on the Titans. That was the spot of, I hope the news got it, the little skirmish we saw earlier, and where I was in the boys' game, I couldn't believe there was no yellow card issued
Yeah, I don't know what
to
that
the
was all
Lincoln
about.
player, but there was to the Titan player.
I'll probably have to go home and watch that on YouTube and stuff and see if Griff got that.
Well, the cameraman was right there, so if
Well, they may not show that on the news.
yeah.
It's-
Oh, great
another
play by
great
Youngstrom,
save. That away, Brooklyn.
and you hear the crowd really cheering, calling her name, Brooklyn Youngstrom. Hey, she could be a fourth referee tonight with her green jersey and dark shorts.
Yeah, generally the referees don't match the people on the field, but they
Goalkeeper.
match the goalkeeper pretty well.
And Titans escape out of that one, and
I think if Brooklyn had her way, she'd probably wave off all 3 of those goals and say that they were offside or something.
there's Clayberg running up the side. Just they kick it off her foot.
This is good. Yep, she's in. She
Here's
can get there.
Stoliker showing her speed normally on defense.
Yeah, I think the coach is just kind of trying to get some
Olivia
speed up
Johnson.
there and just keep the pressure on.
I'm going to take Stoliker, and I'm going to take,
Number 20.
and I'm going to take,
Olivia Johnson.
and I'm going to take Hofer. You can have Hoffman, and I'll take those two in a foot race. We're going to make this happen.
I'm not sure that you would like the outcome of that, 'cause I know she's pretty dang fast.
What are we doing? Stoliker was
They're
on.
just holding. They're waiting for the referee's whistle because of the substitution.
All right, we'll let it slide this time.
Well, it's a
Under
good, it's a
8
good way
minutes
for them to
to
waste
go.
the clock.
Yeah. Will James Oppenheimer looks like he's doing more coaching than anybody down there. Will he get the T-area Titan monkey off his back?
I think he's got some motivation to do so. Apparently,
Oh, I'm excited for Tuesday just to see how these teams. Do you have a favorite in AA girls going in? You're taking Lincoln boys. I'm gonna take Aberdeen. Do you have a favorite?
you know, I have a really hard time picking against Harrisburg. I think
Yeah.
that I mean, just player for player. I'd say man for man, but they're not men. But just player for player on that team, they're so deep and so talented. I think it's just going to be a matter of, I feel like they're the only ones that can beat them. You know what I'm saying? They're,
Right.
If the only one that will beat Harrisburg is Harrisburg, and I think I think O'Gorman gave the recipe potentially.
Yeah.
They outplayed them, out hustled them. Out beat them to every 50-50 ball, and played a whale of a game and beat them 3-1. So I don't know. I think that there's probably maybe 4 teams, maybe 5 teams.
Yep,
I
I agree.
I really like Rapid City Stevens a lot. They've got like 3 young players that are just the smallest human beings you've ever seen. But man, can they play soccer? They're so quick and have such good handles and such good soccer IQ.
Haven't lost yet tonight.
Yeah, and so I think that's going to be our championship game.
And I think with Harrisburg, the only thing bad about their loss was it snapped their streak. As you see Stoliker just try to shot on goal. But from a coaching perspective, you almost wonder if that's a good win, or
I
a good
agree.
loss late
Yeah.
in the season. Wake
Yeah.
them up a little bit.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think that they needed the Lincoln tie and then to lose.
Yeah.
So I think at the same time, Lincoln came to town, and I think they were looking ahead to that Harrisburg game potentially, or that O'Gorman game potentially.
Yeah.
And I think they finished up tonight against Huron, which if I could bet on high school soccer, I would bet on the outcome of that game. But I just have a hard time betting against them, knowing so many of those girls and so many great players. It's going to be interesting.
You're taking Harrisburg. I'm gonna take Rapid City Stevens.
All right.
I know they haven't played against a lot of teams. Harrisburg has, but I'll take the 12-0-1. What, Raiders?
Yeah. Yep.
Blue and white.
Yep. The blue and white.
Here's another throw in. Now under 5 minutes in the season left for the Titans. Good header out of there.
That's again
by
Olivia Johnson. She's going to need some Advil for that head. She's probably got a flat spot on the top of her head now. Yeah, we don't want to be playing it that way, ladies.
That was a great stop.
It's Priscilla Strock gathering it and trying to get it out. I think, though, in the Double A especially, there's probably 5 or 6 teams at the top there that could upset anybody
Sure.
any given day. I think Roosevelt has as much talent as anyone, and if they can put it all together, they can beat anybody. O'Gorman's already shown that they can beat anybody. Stevens, Harrisburg, and even a team that's kind of a little bit of a dark horse is Pierre, and they've beat some very, very good teams, and they're going to kind of go a little bit unnoticed. And if they get a home game, nobody wants to play in Pierre because the field's just a little bit different than what we play on here. It's grass, and I feel like it's a little small, and it might not. I think that they definitely have a home field advantage with that field.
Under 4 minutes to go. Titans hoping for that one last tying goal here in the closing minutes.
Yeah,
they beat Lincoln last year with 8 seconds to go. The game-winning goal came with 8 seconds to go.
That game was incredible. I was at that game as well, and I think that was one of them that kind of stung for Lincoln as well. But again, stranger things have happened, and they just need to keep fighting, and they've put in all the effort.
Oh, here's Hilson.
This game, that's a great ball, and another great ball.
Oh, Ada. What a great shot almost. Is that Creedler?
Yeah,
no, that's
that was
Clemish.
Ada Clemish. She just didn't quite take her time and get to the ball. Kind of got out and kind of reached out for it and had plenty of time. But I love the aggressiveness. They're going to have to just really pressure and push things forward. And that's a really good play.
Here's Kuipers. You see her trying to track it down.
Great hustle by Zoe Kreidler.
Kreidler will knock it out. Kuipers getting a lot of minutes for an 8th grader in this game.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring in the seniors to kind of end the game here a little bit. Let the seniors finish the game on the field, which I think is fantastic.
Clayberg, and McKinney. Nice move.
And they started out well. They played the first however many minutes with all the seniors, and they did very, very well.
Yep.
Yeah, like you can hear the fans yelling, "You got to get up!" And no truer words have been said. They're going to have to play it forward.
Well, I thought Mark Anderson was going to be here tonight, and he probably had some other things to do. Woo! Youngstrom, nice play by her. You can see her not knowing if she should go up right away or stay back.
Well, I don't know if she's got really good peripheral vision, but I think she knew exactly where that out of bounds or that end line was. It's a really good play.
Under 2 minutes to go. I don't think Tommy announced 2 minutes to go, but
I think he's sleeping. Do we need to do a wellness check?
he's got
base. I want to just look around the corner and do a wellness check over there.
Hey, there he is. Wow. And there's the seniors, except for Youngstrom. Now into the game for the Titans. Just over a minute.
It looks like Lincoln's just going to try to get the ball out of the way and
play to the flags.
Any opportunity, or even out of bounds, or just kicking it far.
Yep.
Down to a minute left, and it's kind of getting down to crunch time for him.
Oh, nice play by Olivia Johnson. She keeps it going up the sidelines, and that's out of bounds. Probably to nope. That's going to go to the Lincoln.
I'm not sure I agree with that one. I think that the Lincoln player kind of gave it away, that it was probably off of her, and she was kind of going the other way.
Down to about 30 seconds to go. No real hurry. And Lincoln now gets the ball. 26 seconds to go. They'll throw it in right away. This one's probably as close to being over as it is. Under 20. You'll hear Tom count down the last 10 seconds of the Titans' 25 season.
It's been fun, my friend. I appreciate the invite, and I always love being here with you.
Yeah, you do great. We've gotten compliments, and anytime anybody says anything, I say it's
well, Lincoln looks like they just qualified for Women's World Cup or something. I guess beating T is a big deal.
Well, they were all high-fiving. Looked like Oppenheimer. He might have told him he's never won here.
Yeah, exactly. I might have to head down there and talk to him.
Titans in their season, 3-2 loss to Lincoln, and thanks, Griff, for all you do, and Rick Williamson when you're not here. And Chris, you just make it a lot better with all your soccer knowledge, and I hope you'll join us again next year. As you stare at your phone and ignore me, that's okay. thanks for doing this. And
Hey, totally
we
my
might get a
pleasure.
boys game. We might not. We'll have to see how tonight and Saturday goes. But
Yeah, I hope we do at some point.
football tomorrow night. We'll be here. Chris, you can come up and hang out. Not in here,
yeah.
but in the booth if you
Yeah,
want.
well, I'll have to see what my schedule looks like. I'm going to Afton's game up in Marshall against Southwest Minnesota State. So good
All
luck,
right.
good luck to the Mavs tomorrow.
Thanks to the coaches. I told them this, just let me go down and listen in the huddle. There's not a lot of people that would do that, but that was always fun, so I could come back and hopefully have some content to tell our fine viewers. If you're still watching, we appreciate you watching so much, and we hope
Absolutely.
we're doing a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Andrew Griffith for him, Griffin, and Chris Murray. I'm Shad Hockey and Titan Nation. Bye for now.